How are you guys doing? We're on to Survivor Season 42, Episode 3. And this was actually a very interesting episode. Last we left off, we had, was it Maria going home? It was between Maria and Miriam that everyone was choosing between. Maria went home, and then Miriam revealed to her whole tribe that she got an extra vote, which I was not expecting her to do that. Not only did she reveal to our whole tribe that she had an extra vote, she then encouraged them to all start looking for an idol. And guess what? She found the idol. As everyone was looking, she was the one that found the idol. You see her right there with the idol. Risky moves. She has all this power in her hands, and and her whole tribe knows about it. So she found the second beware idol, which means she has to say that secret phrase, and she got to wait until the other two people, other two people in the other two tribes say their phrase. So now we have the fireman and Miriam that now both have the beware idol, and there's one left that has not been found. I'm I'm a little shocked by how Miriam just came out like a dark horse and just started doing all this. I'm in shock. I'm just, wow. You'd think you know somebody. You know what? I got to remember this lesson. Don't judge too early. People can surprise you. And she's pulling out the bag right now. Not much in competition, but the only problem is, oh, you know what? Now that she has that beware idol, she doesn't have a vote. And now that she got her whole tribe on her side. Brilliant moves were made before she even knew she needed to make them. Wow. Listen, good stuff. Then we have, oh my God. I can't remember this guy's name. Is it Phil? I don't know. It was the guy, the guy that the fireman told about his beware idol. Can't remember his name. I think it's Phil. This guy. Turns out he's a bumbling idiot. Remember when when the fireman was going to show him his beware idol, he couldn't find it. It took him a minute to find it because he buried it somewhere and he couldn't quite remember where he buried it. Eventually he found it, and because it took him so long to find it, Phil, I think that's what that guy's name is, he kind of lost faith in him because of it. And then come around to find out that Phil is a klutz that's constantly losing stuff. I'm just mind boggled. He's going around losing a bunch of stuff, and he's just fanatically just going around overthinking things, and he's paranoid. And he came and he asked the fireman, "Can I see the note again?" Because he wanted to read the fine print to see if he missed anything. And he finally the guy didn't really want to do it, but he's like, "Ah, oh, fine, whatever." He doesn't want to piss him off because he knows about it. So he gave it to him. He went to go read it and realized there was something that he missed. He was thinking of voting him out because he thought he would just get rid of that idol. But then he realized after reading it that the idol doesn't come out of play if he got rid of him. He realized that the fine print says that the idol is still in effect. It's just that that person that gets voted out can no longer use it. But the idol would just go to someone else. And after that, he decided to change his whole plans around. He no longer wants to get rid of him, which conveniently saved him. But there's the funny part. After he's done reading it, he goes back to the guy and just gives him the package. And the dude was like, what is this? He's like, oh, this is what you gave me. He was like, he just gave him a crumpled note. He's like, no, I give you my idol and everything else. He's like, no, that's definitely what you gave me. Like, he lost the guy's idol. He came to go read the note, took out the note, and he took out the idol first, put it on the ground, take out the letter to read, and there's another note that says welcome or something like that with other instructions on it. Stuff that in his pants, and then he goes back to the guy and just gives him the note. And the dude had to tell him, take me back to the spot where you were reading the note. He goes back there. The idol is on the ground where he left it. Just insane how incompetent this guy is. And he tries to play it off like it's not a big deal. Like you're just frantically going around, second guessing yourself, doing all this extra stuff that doesn't need to be done, asking the guy to go show you the note and all this stuff, and it loses his idol. I couldn't believe it. And we come to the competition. Oh my God, this was legendary. All right. Oh. Get a good shot of the competition. Oh, come on. There we go. See it there. That's a good enough. All right, the competition is about to begin. Wait, yes, that's Miriam right here. She's on the orange team. Miriam said her phrase as soon as they started. She said her phrase from the Beware idol, and what's the fireman? I think he's over here in the green, over there in the back there. He didn't say his phrase because there was only two of them at this point, so there was no need for him to say his phrase because it's not going to be activated, and he's just going to be giving away information. He's thinking about keeping it until the merge. That way they can just talk privately. Especially if they all say their phrases, he'll know who he has to go to talk to, and he can just talk to them privately and activate his idol that way. And everybody else doesn't need to know who has what. All right, so the competition, hold on, was quite spectacular. All right. Get a wide shot of it. All right, so basically they had to swim out down by some buoys and then get a ladder that's underwater. They have to untie his strings to get the ladder. Then after you get in the ladder, they have to hold the ladder up. So, and one person climbs the ladder to go pick up a, what was it? Is it a puzzle piece? No, a sack that's hanging above on a pole that's hanging above the water. And that's and after they get that, they go ashore and then open the sack, and it's going to be a bunch of what is it, like little beanie bags that they have to then toss on a platform, like five of them. You got to toss on a platform and land it. All five. In this competition, I think it was Jonathan, the big guy. You see right there. He did the entire competition basically by himself. He's the one holding up the ladder. He untied the ladder basically by himself, then brought the ladder over there. Even though they need to carry the ladder as a whole team, he carried it by himself all the way over by the pole, then holds it up by himself so that she can go up there and get the sack. Not only that, to get over there after he carried the ladder over there, he went back and go and carried some of his teammates because they couldn't freaking swim. So he carried them over there, then carried the ladder. He carried everything back on shore and then tossed the sack by himself. So he basically won the entire competition before any of the other teams could even get out of the water or even get their ladder up. I was just mind blown. That this dude is freaking amazing. Unfortunately, being that good among a bunch of, let's just say, people that suck, you're going to get voted out. It's unfortunate. He's amazing. He should be kept in the game so he could at least make some records and be remembered as one of the greatest players. But they're going to vote him out. I already know they're going to vote him out. He's going to have to win every individual immunity challenge, or they're going to get rid of him immediately. He can't even count on his team, because as soon as he gets to the merge, and even if his team is outnumbers the rest of them, they might vote some other people just to keep the numbers up, but eventually they're all just going to conspire to get rid of him. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing to know such a great player can't really make it very far in this game. It just, give you a little snapshot. There he is, carrying the ladder by himself while his team just kind of just sucks air. He carries that all the way back on shore by himself. Literally. And the other teams was so bad that they couldn't even get the ladder up. They couldn't even get the ladder up to just, let's see. There's him. That's when he finished. That's the sacks right there that he's tossing. So you get those. He's basically doing the entire competition by himself. Look at him just cheering him on. Just they're just garbage. The other teams couldn't get the ladder up. Like, that's the second part of the competition. They couldn't get the ladder up. Jeff had to stop the competition and call them all back on shore, and have the crew basically go and collect their sacks so that they can begin the competition back on shore again. He had to basically cancel part of the competition because they couldn't do it. And one guy did the entire thing by himself. And a whole team of people couldn't accomplish it. That's how much they suck. All of them couldn't even compare. All of them couldn't even compare to one person. That's just horrible, man. All right, so they lost the competition. I believe after he won for his team is safe. They won immunity on a bunch of prizes. I think it was food and fishing nets, something like that. They began the competition on shore, and it just went straight to tossing the sacks, I believe. And the blue team won the second part. The blue team won the second part, which means that, damn, wait, hold on. Yeah, the blue team won the second part. See them celebrating right here. See them celebrating. They won safety and I think nothing else. And the green team lost the whole thing, and they have to go vote someone out. And also, I think they had to give back their flint as well for being losers. The problem with the green team is the fireman, he doesn't have a vote because he has that beware advantage. And the consequence of that, when it's not activated, he can't vote. So he doesn't have a vote. And they had to, after the competition, they the two last place teams, the blue, I believe the blue, no, the first place and the last place team had to choose two people, had to choose one person to go off on the boat. And so they chose Chanel from the green team, the ones that lost. They chose Chanel. She went off with the Muslim guy from the orange team, and they had to make a choice. The risk of vote choice that's been made before. I believe that's how what's her name? Miriam. That's how she won her extra vote, by risking her vote. And the Asian girl had protected hers, and her and the other Black girl won an extra vote because they risked their vote doing that. Now it's just those two people on the island there. And beforehand, they agreed with each other. They said, if it's an advantage that we can both get, then we'll choose that. But otherwise, we're just not going to do anything that will hurt each other. They made that decision before they even went off, because someone already told them what to expect. So they made that, they had that conversation beforehand. They go down there, individual paths, go up to the little wheel to choose either to protect their vote or risk their vote. And they both chose to risk their vote because they had such a good conversation with each other and they trusted each other. They thought the other person would protect their vote so that they would get an extra vote. And those two idiots risked their votes, and now neither one of them has a vote. It's not so bad for the Muslim guy because his team won and he's safe. But the girl from the green team, she just lost her vote, and they already have another person on their team that can't vote. It was one of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen. Why would she do that? I don't understand. She already knew that someone couldn't vote from her team. Why would she choose to risk her vote? But that's what she did, and now she lost her vote. They go back to deliberate, and their entire team, they have to choose to vote out one person. Their choices, they've narrowed it down to either Lydia, which is some fat girl, and what's the other girl's name? The Asian girl, which she's the best person at puzzles. I don't understand why they would even choose to get rid of her, but it's mainly because they have two different alliances going on in their team, and they kind of fractured. And the fat girl is with a certain group, and they don't want to really lose their numbers. So they go to tribal and the fat girl and the Asian guy, the doctor, I believe, I can't remember his name. Those two chose to vote out the Asian girl, and the only other two people that can vote was the Asian girl and that bumbling idiot. That bumbling idiot, I can't remember his name. Okay, let me just show a picture so I can, because I keep referencing these people and I don't know their name. This fat girl right here, she's the one that's either going to get voted out, and the Asian girl, these two are the ones that are in consideration. The fat girl and this dude at the end, the Asian dude, they're in an alliance. This guy in the green shirt there, the incompetent dude, all three, he's also part of that alliance, but he has a better relationship with the Asian girl, so he decided to vote her out. So these three, the dude in the green, the fireman right here, and Chanel, that girl right here, and the Asian girl, they all agreed to vote out this girl. But these two, Chanel lost her vote and he can't vote. The fireman can't vote either. So it came down to these two versus these two. Yeah, so the vote was split and they had to, they came down to, it came down to the end where the vote was split with 2-2. And at the end, Jeff Probst he was forced to have them reveal that 2 couldn't vote because the vote keep being split and the numbers didn't make sense. So those 2 had to reveal that they couldn't vote. And it became a split decision. The 2 people that were being voted for, they no longer can vote. So it became a decision between, oh, let me put the picture back up. It became a split decision between him, these 2 people on the end, the Asian guy and this dude. It became a split decision between those 2. And when they're in the middle of deliberating, if they can't decide, they're going to go to rocks. And then it's going to be a decision between these 4, him, these 2 on the end, the fireman and her, they would go to rocks. None of them want to go to rocks. And because his vote was revealed and he's supposed to be on a team with the people with the fat girl that he's voting out and the guy right next to him, he decided to come up with this ridiculous lie that he was only voting the way he was because Chanel, the black girl, convinced him of it. He was doing it for her because he knew she couldn't vote, which is a lie that makes no sense. So eventually they deliberated back and forth. His lie, he didn't want to lose his team. He didn't want to lose the trust in his team. So he came up with that lie and he eventually flipped his vote and they both voted out the Asian girl. So now, most likely his team doesn't trust him. And these 2 people that are left, she's going to get her vote back, but it doesn't matter because she's going to be against 3 people. These 2 people that are left don't trust him anymore. So he can't maneuver as he wanted to. And now he's stuck with that team. And it was just a shit show. I've never seen anything like it. It's exciting to watch and I'm excited to see the next episode, but that was crazy. I want to see the fallout. I want to see what they say to him, what kind of lies he's going to come up with to sort of defend himself. So till the next one.